I was not expecting it to look this good. Holy shit.
What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? And what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? Let's go! Hey! Yeah, this is my life, my strife, my right to fight, to die on. And this is not a game to play, to claim a brand new name on. 'Cause I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a bit nervous that I might screw everything up that I've ever done.
Now, as promised, part 2 of building a custom removable front end for the Mazda FE3 Turbo W203, aka the Maserati Benz. Seems like every time I want to record something, the wind picks up, so I'm just using this little microphone. I know it doesn't sound the best, but please just bear with me. But about the front end, not much left to do on it actually. We just need to figure out some mounting points for the intercooler. The radiator is already done at the bottom. It just slides into this bracket. And then later on, when we start on the boost pipes, we'll figure out a mounting point for the top, just to know exactly where we can go with it, not to be in the way of the boost pipes or anything like that. Once we have that ready to go, we can start on each of the sides, building outwards towards the fender so that we can make some headlight mounting points. We'll also need to probably add some bumper brackets for the bumper to bolt onto. I have the bumper over there. It's not in the best shape, but I do want to try and save it. Not yet sure what I'm going to do with that. It's in bad shape. Now I kind of need to have the headlights in the car to figure out all the measurements for the headlight mounting points. But as we know, those headlights don't look too good. So let's step on over to the workshop because I had another brain fart. Over time, these headlight lenses tend to fade and become very ugly, so I'm going to try to make them look a bit better. I already got the left side headlights all taken apart in a million pieces, and then I spent a good amount of time getting this boogers out of all the crevices around, as well as on the edges of the lenses. So that's just to seal it up, but I think I'll just use silicone to reseal it once I'm done. Fairly easy to take these apart. First piece is this little rubber seal, so that just removes, and then the next part is getting the lens off. So kind of need to be careful with this. I just used a couple of screwdrivers to pry it off. Yeah, just need to be very careful not to crack it. And then we are inside the light. Then you have this, has like 3 or 4 little tabs, and then there's 2 little hex screws over here. The next part is a bit more tricky, so we have 3 little tabs, one over here, one in there, and then one down back in there. So these you kind of need to pry up like so, and then it'll just pull out. Same with this one. There we go. And now that little one down there is a bit more difficult to get to. This thing, okay. Now to get down there, for that last one. How the hell? Try going in from the back. Oh, there we go. So you need to go through this hole over here, and then it's out. Easy enough. So the idea is to get these casings painted black, and then these I'll leave like this, and this one as well. Those will stay all shiny, and then we need to figure out how we can make the lenses look a bit better. So I'm going to get started on the lenses, getting them sanded down with some very fine sanding paper. I think this is 1200, might get some 2000 as well, and then sand them down, make them look a bit better, and then we'll get them painted with some lens paint. Well, what do you know? These headlights actually came out pretty decent, if I do say so myself. I did the M104 turbo headlights a while ago and did not have the same luck. But anyway, we had some rain in the forecast for yesterday and last night, so I just wanted to spend a bit more time on this front end. So I already went ahead and got all the brackets and all the final pieces on there. I just wanted to get it done before the rain comes because for obvious reasons I can't work outside with raw metal when it rains. Those headlights came out really good. They look so good on the car. The bumper is freaking ugly, but we'll get to that at a later stage. Like I said, there wasn't much left to do on this new front piece, but the most important and most difficult part was getting everything to line up when it's all said and done. You can take everything apart for the last time, finish it up, do all the final touches, then get it painted, and we should be done. So let's get the bumper off there and then I'll show you the little brackets I made. In the near future, we'll figure out some bumper clips for this side as well as that side. But for now, I wanted to get this little bracket and that bracket over there for the bumper so that I can put it on and just test fit everything. There we go, put this to the side. Yeah, definitely got some new rust spots. That's going to be some extra cleanup work. But now you can see the little brackets that I made. These are where the bumper will bolt on. I do need to weld a nut to the bottom of that, get it completely welded up over there. And then that's also part of the one headlight mount. And then over to the side, I added this little bar as well as a piece of flat iron. Still need to cut that, shape it, weld it, everything, make it look a bit better. In the headlight and the fender, everything just mounts to that. Very sturdy. Probably should have done all the measuring and stuff before making the headlights look a bit better because they do scratch up very easily. They do be looking very good. So one last thing I want to add is the intercooler mounting points at the bottom. So let's start off with that. Now, as I was doing the final welding and finishing touches, or so I thought, Ruan stopped by. Now, Ruan doesn't just drive this sick VVL swap Datsun. Apparently, he has some dope ideas too. He suggested that I turn this into some kind of bash bar front end, something like this. And we're all building a race car after all, so I was like, hell yeah, let's give it a try. With that idea in mind, I added 4 more tubes, 2 on each side, and then I finished all the welding and all the final finishing touches. And then about the bumper, most of the damage is on the bottom side of it, so this works out pretty perfect. But okay, let's take the bumper apart and then cut into it. Hopefully I don't regret this. And then we'll throw some paint onto this piece and then get everything on the car for the final product. was not expecting it to look this good. Holy shit. Super happy I went with the red. I think it just makes it stand out so much, and it does go along with the red calipers as well as the red coils. But now I still need to figure out exactly what I'm going to do with the bumper. Just trim it up some more once I figure out exactly what the plan is. And then on the intercooler, I saw there's a little mistake I made, so yeah, it's barely hitting on the side, so I'm gonna have to extend these mounting points or something like that. So a bit more changes that needs to be made. I also really want to add a splitter on the bottom, so we'll figure that out here very soon. I mean, it will still grow on me, but I think it looks super cool. Those headlights, everything just looks so good. At the end of the day, the bumper is just going to go below the headlights and cover up the top tube, just a strip over there, make that look all clean, and then with a splitter at the bottom, I think this is going to look sick. That's about how far we're going to get for this week's video. Unfortunately, ran out of time yet again, but I think we made some huge progress. There's still a lot of small changes I need to make. I want to add that splitter, really want to get started on that. I'm excited for that. I think it's going to make a huge difference once that's on there. Anyway, like always, really appreciate you guys following along. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please do give it a thumbs up, and then I'll see you in the next one.